While paying her father's electricity bill, she unexpectedly discovered that her father had two homes under his name. Following the address, she found that the other place was a luxury villa. Her father was living there with his mistress and their illegitimate son. Even more shocking, the mistress was actually her mother's best friend. Her father had been pretending to be poor for 20 years, yet he had spent tens of millions of dollars on the other family. He had even already prepared for a divorce, planning to give her mother only one house. When the girl went home and saw her hardworking mother, she decided to fight back. Over the next month, the girl investigated in secret and gathered evidence of her father's asset transfers and infidelity, while also contacting a lawyer to freeze the assets and prepare a lawsuit. After learning that the mistress had a chaotic private life, the girl suspected the illegitimate son was not her father's. She also arranged a paternity test. After everything was ready, she told her mother the truth and resolved to help her mother reclaim the assets and make her father pay for his betrayal. Her mother could not accept any of it and burst into tears. The girl urged her mother to make a decision quickly and take back everything they had lost over the past 20 years. When she heard her daughter say that her father had spent $12 million on the other family, her mother made up her mind and agreed to sign the asset preservation paperwork so they could stop her father from transferring the money into the illegitimate son's name. Meanwhile, her father had already drafted the divorce agreement and was waiting for tomorrow's birthday banquet to announce it publicly in front of everyone. But he had no idea that the girl had already prepared her counterattack. She handed the hotel manager a USB drive, planning to play a video at the birthday banquet, then arranged for her mother's former colleague to testify to prove that her father had cheated. Soon, her father arrived at the birthday banquet. His son and daughter were the first to congratulate him on his 52nd birthday. Seeing that the whole family had arrived, the man stood up to announce something important, saying the company had been doing well in recent years, but he and his wife rarely spent time together and were incompatible, so he had decided to divorce peacefully. This surprised the girl's grandfather, who asked him what was going on. The man continued, saying that after the divorce he would give the house to his wife, and also provide her with $5,000 a month for living expenses, which would be enough for her to live on. Seeing that his wife and daughter were calm, the man sensed that something was off. At that moment, the family all began blaming the woman, saying that the man wanted a divorce because it was all her fault. They said that because she had not worked or earned any income over the years, she had been living entirely off the man's money, and now she had become old and ugly. The girl was extremely upset when she heard this. She stood up and told everyone that it was a lie that her father and mother were incompatible, and that he was asking for a divorce because he had another family outside. The father refused to admit it, but the girl produced evidence, proving that her father had two homes under his name, and that the owner of the villa was the mistress, who was also her mother's best friend. Back then, her mother gave a $300,000 dowry to support her father's startup, and even quit her bank job to become a homemaker. Unexpectedly, after her father became successful, he not only started a family and had children with the mistress instead of his wife, but also let the mistress take her mother's place. After hearing this, the father scolded the girl for talking nonsense, but the girl had investigated his bank records and knew clearly that he had spent $12 million on the other family, including buying a house and car for the mistress, and